Taurus! Today is January 21st. Right off the bat, Taurus, I'm seeing a deep tension here. The star reversed. That fear of losing what you've built or who you are is real. The star reversed points to a loss of faith, not just in others, but in yourself. Maybe you've started avoiding the things that once lifted you up. Creative outlets, self-care, even small moments of joy. That's the pitfall here. You can't neglect your emotional needs and expect to find the freedom you crave. It's a trap. You move toward freedom, but you shut down the very things that fuel your spirit. Don't mistake this for giving up. The star, reversed, is a call to reconnect, to dig into your inner guidance even when it feels buried. You might be dismissing positive feedback or support right now, telling yourself no one really understands or believes in you. That's the pessimism creeping in. It's like putting blinders on to hope. You block out the light, and suddenly the path seems darker. Wait, that. It's not that hope is gone. It's that you're not letting it in. You're guarding yourself against disappointment by shutting the door on inspiration. Find those small sparks, maybe a song, a quiet walk, a message from a friend, that remind you why you dream in the first place. You might be isolating yourself too. That tension between wanting freedom and fearing the cost is pushing you inward, away from the people and things that could help. Isolation feeds despair. You need to lean into your support systems, even if it feels risky. Don't pretend you can do this alone or that your dreams are too fragile to share. Here's another angle. You want change yesterday, and when it doesn't come, you spiral into pessimism. But chasing freedom without patience is like sprinting on a tightrope. You stumble, you lose balance. This card urges you to slow down, to nurture yourself instead of pushing harder. That means stopping the neglect. Stop skipping meals, stop ignoring your emotional health, stop turning away from creativity. You knew this tension was here, the want and the fear, but now it's clearer. It reflects how you're disconnecting from your own light. But it's not permanent. This card reminds you to hold on to your inner guidance, even if it's a whisper right now. Find your small joys. Reach out, because they can. So, Taurus, the challenge is real. Freedom feels like a risk, but shutting down the parts of you that sustain hope is a bigger risk. Not yet. Reconnect with yourself. Find your light again, piece by piece. It's there. You just have to look. 8 of Pentacles. This card is all about dedication and skill building. I'm seeing you grinding in silence, heads down, focused on the craft. Stop pretending you don't care about the details. You're not just doing work, you're perfecting your art here. Look, the 8 of Pentacles demands discipline. It's not about quick wins or half measures. You stayed late last week, tweaking that project no one even asked you to fix. Don't rush through the motions. Each step matters. Every small improvement stacks up. Though, don't get trapped in busy work or perfectionism that paralyzes. Grinding nonstop without breaks? That's a trap. You can't serve your craft well if you're drained. Take the time to rest, but don't let it slide into laziness or distractions. Find that balance. I'm seeing some of you signed up for a class or workshop recently. Embrace learning. Sharpen your tools. You don't need to know everything now, but commit to the process. Don't settle for mediocrity. That's a trap. Especially now. If you're just going through the motions, you're wasting your potential. Push yourself to build new skills or deepen the ones you have. Maybe it's a side hustle, a hobby, or a professional goal. Whatever it is, put your heart into it. I want to clarify something. This card isn't about workaholism or grinding until you break. It's about quality over quantity. It's about persistence, not obsession. If you find yourself stuck in repetitive tasks that don't move you forward, rethink your strategy. Are you tracking small wins? Are you celebrating milestones? Don't ignore those moments. They fuel motivation and keep you from feeling like the effort is invisible or pointless. I'm seeing a tension here between your desire for freedom and the discipline this card asks for. You don't have to sacrifice your identity to commit. Mastery and dedication build confidence in who you are. It's the foundation beneath that restless spirit. So, what's your next step? Pick one skill or project and give it your full attention. Cut distractions. Schedule focus sessions. Close tabs. Silence your phone. Show up for yourself with intention. But it rewards with real growth and pride in your work. Keep going, even if it feels slow or lonely sometimes. Your efforts are stacking up. The craft you're building now will carry you forward. Remember the tension from earlier, the pull between wanting freedom and fearing loss of self? It says, yes, you can have freedom, but it comes through discipline. The identity you fear losing is strengthened, not erased, by your dedication. So, no rushing, no quitting, no settling. Keep carving your path with care and focus. You're not just working hard, you're becoming the person you want to be. This chapter is about commitment, not to anyone else, but to your own craft, your own growth. Keep at it. 2 of Cups. This card is about partnership, the kind where respect and emotional connection meet. I'm seeing you noticing old patterns bubbling up again. You thought you handled this. You planned better boundaries, right? But here you are, stuck in a loop where emotional balance feels fragile. 2 of Cups calls out harmony. It's asking you to nurture those relationships that matter, not just with grand gestures, but with small daily acts. Did you thank your partner or close friend recently? Did you plan a date night or a heart-to-heart? Those are the moves that shift energy. When you do that, you don't just patch things up, you build a shared vision. That's the real magic. This was something you were already aware of. When you lean too hard, you lose sight of your boundaries. You forget your needs. So while you're trying to balance connection and independence, don't dismiss your personal limits. Saying no is part of harmony too. If you ignore this, you risk slipping back into the same old conflicts that got you here. This card isn't just about romantic love. It's the energy of any partnership where mutual respect should be the foundation. Maybe old patterns are resurfacing because you're not communicating openly. You might be avoiding tough conversations to keep peace. That's a trap. Express what you need and listen. Really listen when the other person does the same. I'm seeing a moment where you catch yourself before falling into old habits, like shutting down or assuming the worst. That's progress, but it's fragile. You have to keep choosing connection over suspicion or distance. That's the challenge, especially if you're still healing from past hurts. This card asks you to celebrate the connections you have, even when it's messy. You're not perfect, and neither is anyone else. But there's power in showing up authentically. Maybe write a message expressing gratitude. Maybe plan something simple, like cooking together or sharing a walk. These small acts anchor you in balance. Don't take this for granted. They're the bridges to deeper understanding. Avoiding these conversations only fuels the cycle of conflict. So, face it head on. Say what's on your mind, with kindness. You're practicing new ways to relate, not old patterns. Here's another thing. Watch for over-attachment. It's easy to mistake dependence for love or security. Balance connection with autonomy. If you feel yourself bending too far, pull back a little. Protect your boundaries like you protect your heart. You're in a delicate dance right now. Old tensions stir, but you have the tools to shift the rhythm. Open communication, gratitude, and boundary setting are your steps. Keep moving forward with intention. That's how you break free from the cycle and find harmony. Remember, this isn't about perfection or quick fixes. It's about showing up consistently, even when it's hard. When you do, you build something real, a partnership that lifts you both. And that shared vision, that's how you reclaim your identity without losing connection. So plan that date night, send that message of thanks, speak your truth. This card is your reminder. Partnership is a balance, not a cage. Keep your boundaries strong, your heart open. That's how you rewrite the story. 8 of Wands reversed. This card is all about delays and miscommunication. The 8 of Wands reversed warns you that progress is stalling, even when you want to move fast. You already got this, huh? You sent that email, made the call, but nothing comes back. Or you're pushing a project and suddenly it hits a wall. It's frustrating. The 8 of Wands, reversed, surfaces when your plans hit obstacles that don't seem to make sense. Hold on, maybe they do make sense. Maybe it's a sign. I'm seeing you trying to force things ahead, like you're sprinting in quicksand. Clarity is buried under impatience. You want clear answers, but the signals are crossed. Texts go unanswered. Meetings get canceled last minute. It's like the universe is pressing pause, but you keep hitting play. What exactly do you need to release? Which intentions aren't clear? Maybe you're tangled in assumptions or outdated expectations. This card demands you slow down, breathe, and rewrite your plan with honesty. Don't just plow forward ignoring the signs. Emails sitting in the outbox? That's not just bad timing. It's an invitation to double-check your message. Are you really saying what you mean? Before you push harder, pause and clarify. Ask yourself, who am I really communicating with? What am I hoping to achieve? I'm seeing a moment where you stop chasing outcomes and start listening instead. That's the release this card wants. It's not about giving up. No. It's about patience. About waiting for the right opening instead of rushing into a trap. You don't have to fix everything now. Frustration is natural. You're wired to want progress, and delays can feel like defeat. You might misread the situation or push too hard on shaky ground. This card says, slow your roll. Recognize the obstacles for what they are. Misalignments needing correction, not punishment. So here's the practical move. Clarify intentions in writing. Ask for confirmations. Repeat back what you hear. Cut through the noise with simple, clear words. This card isn't about chaos. It's about creating order from confusion. You knew the tension between connection and independence was tricky. Now you see how communication breakdowns deepen that tension. This card shines a light on where you must untangle knots to find genuine harmony. It's a test of your patience and your ability to adapt. Don't ignore the silence or the stalled moments. That's where the truth sits, not a dead end. Take this chance to reassess, realign, and prepare for the next move with clarity. You don't have to force outcomes that aren't ready. Don't rush decisions just to feel in control. That's when you lose control. Instead, slow down and listen to the signs. Let the moments of stillness teach you what must be released so you can step forward with confidence when the timing is right. 10 of Wands reversed. This card is screaming release of burdens. You're at a turning point where you realize you don't have to carry every weight alone. The 10 of Wands reversed is your permission slip to put down what's dragging you down. I'm seeing you trying to do it all, maybe too much. You've been stacking responsibilities like bricks in a tower. But guess what? That tower's tilting. This card says, drop some bricks. Prioritize like your sanity depends on it. Because it does. Say no to extra work. Delegate tasks that others can handle. Simplify your to-do list until it's manageable. Don't dodge the signs of burnout. The 10 of Wands, reversed, warns against ignoring your limits. Bet you already had this figured out. You've been sprinting in circles. It's time to walk, or even better, pause. Let go of unnecessary responsibilities that don't serve your core goals. You're not a superhero. You don't have to rescue everyone. This card's about relief, not weakness. Ask for help when you need it. People around you want to support you, but you have to let them in. Delegate with intention. It's not losing control, it's gaining freedom. Actually, no. Don't let fear of losing control trap you into overcommitting. Clinging to old patterns of doing too much will only break you down. You're allowed to shift gears and lighten your load. Remember that tension from before? The impatience that pushed you to rush and overwork? You don't need to burn out to prove your worth. Real strength is in knowing when to step back. I'm seeing you clear space for what matters. That clarity moment you've been waiting for? It's here. You can't grow if you're weighed down by excess stress. Behaviorally, start small. Identify one task to delegate this week. Say no to one extra commitment that feels like a trap. Notice how your body relaxes when you release a burden. These actions build momentum. Don't overcommit because of fear or guilt. You're not doing anyone favors by collapsing under pressure. It's part of your growth, not separate from it. So, what's the takeaway? You're at a crossroads. Keep dragging all this weight or start unloading to move forward lighter and clearer. You've been carrying too much for too long. Let it go. You can't pour from an empty cup. Trust this moment of clarity. It's not weakness, it's wisdom. Prioritize, delegate, simplify. Your energy is precious. Protect it fiercely. You knew the tension before. Now you're ready to release it. Don't hold back. This is your space to unburden and breathe. All right, Taurus, here we are, closing out this whole cycle. Let's put it all together. The star, reversed, kicks this off with a hard truth. You felt disconnected, like hope slipped through your fingers. You're already aware of this. Maybe you stopped caring about small joys or ignored the voices telling you to keep going. Reconnect with what fuels you. It's not about grand visions right now. It's the tiny sparks that rebuild faith. Now, the Eight of Pentacles steps in, lighting a different path. This card is all about dedication and craft. You've been grinding, refining your skills, focusing on what matters. But here's the catch. You can't just work harder without rest. Remember the pattern you spotted but didn't name earlier? Between pushing and burning out? The work you've been avoiding is the work that sets you free. Stick to the details, yes, but don't lose the bigger picture. Take breaks, adjust when needed. Balance your hustle with self-care. Next, the Two of Cups shows up, highlighting connection. Look, Taurus, relationships aren't just about comfort. They're about mutual respect and honest communication. You're called to nurture those ties, but also keep your boundaries tight. Don't do that. Celebrate real partnerships, say what you need, and listen. That's how you build harmony without losing yourself. Then we hit the Eight of Wands, reversed. This card's a reality check on delays and miscommunication. You've been frustrated, right? Like when clarity felt uncomfortable earlier. Plans stalling, messages going unanswered. It's maddening. But forcing things only makes it worse. Slow down. Clarify what you want. Reassess your intentions before charging ahead. Impatience here is your enemy. For the signs that things are in sync again. This card is about dropping the weight you don't have to carry. You've been overloaded, overcommitted, maybe trying to control everything. Stop it. Delegate. Say no. Simplify. You'll feel lighter. Breathe easier. Freedom comes from knowing when to step back. This is strength, not weakness. Then the Four of Swords asks you to rest. Not just physical rest, but mental and emotional. Take that pause you've resisted. Reflect, heal, meditate. Don't push through exhaustion. This is the quiet before your real power returns. Watch out for chasing quick fixes or shallow wins. You might have stuffed that emptiness with distractions or overindulgence. It never lasts. Dig deeper. Align your actions with what truly fulfills you. Material success without emotional truth is hollow. So, Taurus, here's the big picture. You've been wrestling with disillusionment, grinding hard, balancing relationships, facing delays, learning to release burdens, and finally, finding rest. The tension between wanting freedom and fearing loss of self, it's not gone. But you're integrating shadow with grounded action now. You're learning that the work you avoid, the inner work, the honest conversations, the letting go, is exactly what frees you. Don't run from the discomfort. Lean in. Reconnect with your spark. Commit to your craft, but pause to rest. Speak your truth in relationships, but hold your boundaries. Be patient with delays and clarify your goals. Drop what's heavy. And seek real fulfillment, not surface pleasure. That's the path forward. The work you've been avoiding is the work that sets you free. Take that first step. You've got this. Okay, that's all I've got for now. If this hit, you already know what to do. Please like, subscribe, tell your group chat. I'll see y'all soon.